Spreadsheets can be extremely confusing, but they can also be a really powerful tool if you know what you're doing. In this video, we'll be sharing the top 3 Google Sheets formulas to know for no-code app developers. I am no spreadsheet genius, so I asked some expert no-code app builders what are the most powerful Google Sheets formulas that you need to know. Then I asked a Google Sheets wizard to show us how to use them. So, without further ado, let me introduce you to Adam from sheetshelp.com. Adam, what are you going to show us how to do today?
All right, Maya, thanks for having me on, Darren. I really appreciate it. We're going to start with 4 spreadsheets of data. We're going to pull them all into one spreadsheet to make them ready for your no-code app. You can get copies of these actual spreadsheets and you can follow along exactly. If you look at the link in the description at sheetshelp.com. Let's get started. And as we talked about, there's 3 functions that I'd like to go over. And between these 3, they can really help you build a solid foundation to prepare your data and to bring it into Glide. So let's set up the scenario here. I have a master sheet that I'm going to be bringing data into from these other spreadsheets that you see. So all of these files were created by me. I'm the owner of all of them, but I still need permission to link to them. So the first thing that we'll go over is a function called IMPORTRANGE. Once you grant it permission, it pulls data in from other spreadsheets. All right, so let's just run through it here. We'll do the first one and we will say IMPORTRANGE. The first argument that it wants is the spreadsheet URL. All right, and that's really just the web address of the spreadsheet. One thing to remember with the IMPORTRANGE is both arguments need quotes around them. And that's easy to forget, but we will grab the spreadsheet URL for the north spreadsheet. So if you look up here, we have east, west, north, and just grab the entire address, paste it into here. We'll talk about how to shorten that in a minute, but just end it in a quote. And the next thing that it wants is the range string. And the trick here too is just round it with quotes. We're just going to start out with A1, because you'll see the point of what we're doing is getting permissions to link to all 4 of these sheets. And what I mean by that is when I hit enter on IMPORTRANGE, I just get a reference error. But if you click in it, it just needs permission to connect. So when I click on the blue button, it brings in what's in cell A1. So we'll look at north, cell A1, just says construction material. So you know it's working. And we'll do that for just did Control C to copy it, east, south, and west. And the only thing I need to change on these other 3 formulas is the spreadsheet URL. So I sped the video up here. I'll grab all 3 of them, paste them in, and then we'll go from there. All right, we'll go through the remaining 3. We'll left click on Allow Access. And they're all working. They're all pulling in the data from A1 of those respective sheets. And now let's take a look at these sheets to see what we're bringing in. And we'll just look at East. And what's happening here is that it's just a made up inventory of construction materials. So we have a quantity and a price. And I've put a location field in each one of them because when you pull them all together, you're not going to easily be able to tell where they came from. So if you add a field that's unique to each source file, and we'll make sure we pull that field into the master sheet, that'll help you know where it came from. But let's say that we want to add another column here where we want to multiply column B by column C. So that's a quantity and the price. This is going to get you the total cost. So we will call it, let's just call it total. But here we're going to use the formula that repeats a function throughout a range, right? So we're going to use something called ARRAYFORMULA. And then inside of it, we're just going to use a multiplication operator. Usually when you would do multiplication, it would just be one cell times another. But here we will type this out. We use ARRAYFORMULA, so we'll choose that. And what you want to do, you want to specify 2 equal size ranges. So the quantity is in B2 and it ends in B11. All right, we can type out B11. You see the orange square is indicating the range that you have, and that matches the orange here for the cell reference. But we want to future-proof this in case people add rows to the bottom. Okay, so if someone comes here and adds something to row 12 later, if you don't remember to update this range, you'll never catch it. So we're going to take the ending row just completely off. And that's the first part of the array formula. And then we're just going to use a multiplication operator. So you could do a lot of things in array formula. All it does is repeat what you put inside the parentheses. So using the multiplication isn't specific to array formula, but it is a spreadsheet operation, right? Just multiplying. And we'll say C2 to C. So these ranges are the same size. They both start at row 2 and they go all the way down to the bottom. All right, we'll press enter. And what Google Sheets did was it repeated the operation until it got to the bottom of the range. So if we scroll down, actually I'll hold the control key down and hit the down arrow to go all the way down to the bottom. It went all the way down to row 1000. And if we put in a 5 here and then 88, the multiplication happens again. All right, so that is going to catch any new rows. We'll go back up to the top. And you'll notice that it did multiply where there was nothing, which is what we wanted to do. But it's also going to cause a problem that we'll deal with later in this tutorial, because these zeros can get picked up, right? It's going to fool your spreadsheet and think that you want them. So we'll have to back them back out. All right, now that we have the array formula, we're going to say that all 4 of these spreadsheets are prepared to be imported into the combined sales tab. So let's do some more preparation here. We're going to end up writing a query. So that's the last of the 3 functions that we're going to talk about. But we're going to make the formula a little bit more simple. And one of the things that you could do is with import range, you can use this entire URL, obviously, because that's what we just did. But you also can shorten it and just use the spreadsheet key. All right, so that's the random string of characters that's in between the D/ and the /edit. So I will grab the one for north. I just did Control C, and I will paste it down here. And we'll do these for every one of these spreadsheets. And you'll see why in a second. It's going to make the query more readable. And we'll actually take this one step further. So what we're going to do is name these ranges. All right, so we'll come up and we're going to name this range. And then we'll show you what that does. All right, if we just come over to the right and we'll hit the equals key, which is what you always do if you're going to enter a formula into a spreadsheet. And we'll just type in OR. You'll see that Google Sheets is suggesting all of the functions that have an OR in them, but it also picks up the named ranges now. So if we just reference north and we hit enter, that brings that string over. It's a little bit easier to remember north, especially if you're going to be on the other worksheet like we are, rather than C11. So we will delete this. That was just to demonstrate. We'll come through, we'll name C12 East. Okay, now we're ready to build the query. So we want to make the query in A1 so that it comes into your app the right way. So we're going to have to go in between spreadsheets. So having those named ranges will make this a little bit easier. Now, as I type this, keep in mind that there's a link in the description of the video to a web page on sheetshelp.com that's about this video. And there's going to be a link to this spreadsheet, so you can just grab a copy and follow along. And I'll also have these formulas written out on the page too. So let's do this query. So query is a function that actually brings the SQL language capabilities into Google Sheets. So we're going to veer out of typical spreadsheet language and into a little bit of SQL here. So if you're familiar with SQL, this could be a great thing. If you're not, there'll be a little bit of a learning curve. But if you see, I just took the formula box and dragged it down to give us a little bit more room. And for the query, what we want to do, we need to bring in those import ranges. We made them all work before, and that's a step that you have to do. So you have to get permissions for your import ranges to work. Before I start bringing them in, I'm going to do the open bracket, which is going to tell the query function that I'm creating an array. I'll do an import range. The spreadsheet URL, the first one will be located in north, right? So that makes that easier. We don't have to go back and forth. And the range string for this, we're going to go A1 for the first one. So we're going to pick up the header and we're going to go all the way over to column E. And that'll bring in what we want. That'll even bring in that new column where we did the array formula. And for the next set of rows, just so you know, I'm holding down the Alt key and pressing enter to get a new line in the formula without moving to the next cell. So it's really handy to be able to do that if you have a longer one like this. We'll do another import range. This time we'll bring in, let's say, West. Now we're going to do a similar range string, but in this one, and this is important, you don't want to bring the header in twice. So we will start at A2 and go down to the bottom. Close that off. Do another semicolon. And for the next two, I'm going to save a little time. I'm going to do Alt-Enter, Control-V, Alt-Enter, Control-V, Alt-Enter. Bring this down a little bit more. Then I'm going to change West to North and West again to South. All right, now we're going to do the actual query. They always start with the word select. We're going to select all of the columns, and here's where we're going to deal with all the zeros that came in from the array formula when we were doing that a little bit ago, when we made the range go to the bottom of the spreadsheet. So we select everything, but we don't want to bring in all those zeros. So we're going to say where column 1 is not null. So we want to bring it in when it's not 0. That's all you have to do. There's one header row. We're going to end our query and press enter. All right, let me shrink this formula box a little bit. And here we go. So we have done a query. We brought 4 spreadsheets together, only 41 rows, and it has everything you need. All right, so again, the instructions for this are at sheetshelp.com. The link is in the description. And Darren, thanks a lot for letting me talk about this and having me on your channel. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Adam, for helping us level up our spreadsheet skills. Again, be sure to check out Adam's extended guide on sheetshelp.com. The link to that is down in the description.
It's been a lot of fun. Thanks for having me.